I said I was going to be on weight on Saturday, so I made the weight. I said I was going to be on weight on Saturday, so I made the weight.
Yo, what's good, family? It's your man, the YB, back once again. Big shout out to my doggy, DM, all the way from the O, no doubt about it. Boost up the coins. So we just saw there from your mans, Chris Eubank Jr. airing out Conor Benn. Listen, Conor Benn, you juicy, loosey looking ass, roid raged midget. He on weight right now, although I can't lie to you. I'm not sure if he was aware. From what I understand, the weight was supposed to be 157, which really would mean you actually have to weigh in 156. Oops. So he come in 159. Now I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt on this one. But let's not forget, from what I understand about weight cutting, weight cutting is almost an exponential function, which means that the first 5 pounds are the easiest. Not proportionately, the first 5 pounds come flying off. Every pound after that kind of thing, every pound once you're down to like 165, it gets exponentially harder. So I'm not being funny, but 159.3 for me, I wouldn't go as far to say I've made the weight, because that's 2.5 pounds off. And like I said, those 2.5 pounds, trust me, I've heard of people telling horror stories about how they got down to weight. They were like 12 hours before the weigh-in, they was 2 pounds off, and then they were on the treadmill in the sauna for 3 hours and come out and they've lost 0.5 pound. Honestly, go back and watch a lot of the UFC dons. They talk about their horror stories. Oh yeah, I was 12 hours before the weigh-in, I got 2 pounds to go, and I've been on the treadmill for 6 hours the day before the fight, and you can't lose no weight. It's sick, really. I don't believe in weigh-ins at all. I believe fighters should record their weight throughout the year, and that's the weight you fight at. There should be a stable weight. Simple as that. No ducking and people trying to... look at Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor's whole career was based on trying to fight men you shouldn't be fighting. And to be quite frank, it really does expose people's mentalities. In a way, it's not their fault. Of course, everyone wants to win. Everyone wants an advantage. But really, it doesn't benefit anyone. It kills the fighters. It lowers the quality of the fights. Imagine if we had fighters competing. It makes no sense. A day before you're fighting, you've got to drain water out of your barnet. You got to drain water out of your bonds. Who doing that? Honestly, if aliens came to Earth and looked at what the kind of things we've got going on. Wait a minute. The hardest sport in the world, the most dangerous sport in the world. I'm not being funny. I bet Lewis Hamilton driving cars wouldn't even want to be super. Lewis Hamilton whilst driving loses sweat. Imagine telling him, you got to lose 10 pounds of water weight and then go and drive a car 200 miles an hour when you're all dizzy looking. Who can do that? No one. It's really a poor institution. And I've been quite angry at people like AJ and people like Eddie Hearn and people like DAZN. They've come along. Why isn't no one trying to innovate? Why has everyone just got to do what everyone else has been doing? Someone needs to come along and make a stand. It adds no benefit. And the thing is, but we want the weigh-ins. The fans don't, number one, the fans don't give a huck about the weigh-ins. Number two, you can still do a ceremonial weigh-in. That's what the UFC do. The UFC have a fake weigh-in anyway. So you could still weigh in. You'd just be weighing in the weight that you actually are. So Chris Eubank, if he walks around in shape at 170, for example, that's the weight you fight at. So Chris Eubank would be a 168 pounder to 175. All people do is cut themselves down. It makes no sense whatsoever. What's the point being a 175 pound man and then cutting weight to come down to 160? So if the problem is, weight cutting, when it first came around, I guess, was seen as an advantage. If you can fight someone smaller, but the minute everyone else is doing it, there's no advantage. You may as well just be fighting people your own size and both not cut weight. Simple as that. You register a weight, you weigh in, or you could do a better yet. The weigh-in should be just before you get into the ring. Or sorry, you have two weigh-ins. You weigh in the day before the fight, and you weigh in the day of the fight. And if there's more than a 1 or a 2 pound discrepancy, the fight's off, if you get what I'm saying. Do you understand? So you weigh in the day before. Most people, based on the current system, would be cutting 20 pounds of weight. But on the next day, if you weigh in 20 pounds heavier, you're out. That way it would stop everyone. You must weigh in within one. And listen, if you're fighting at your natural weight, there's no reason why your weight should be fluctuating more than 1 or 2 pounds. That's a kilo. There's no way. So you weigh in on fight day, and then you go in there and you weigh in the day before fight day, and on fight day, before you get in the ring, you also weigh in. And you put a bulletin out. Listen, people, no more dodgy weight cuts. Yeah? Pick a division that you're actually in. No more weight cutting. In fact, I'll put another message out. If you're caught to be weight cutting, and it's not rocket science, everyone would know. If you're caught to be weight cutting, the fight gonna be pulled. Simple as that. No weight cutting. Find a weight, or everyone fights at the weight where they don't have to do no weird bullshit. Yeah? And if you find yourself in between a weight, i.e., because what happens is obviously, naturally, there's weight division. So a man might be 164 pounds naturally. So he's thinking, wait a minute, if I'm 164 pounds, I might as well cut 4 pounds to go down to 160. Guess what? You won't be doing that. How about that? Oops. Simple as that. You best find a way to maintain your weight at 160 all year round, or you bulk up. It's much safer to bulk up than it is to try to be smart cutting water out. It's an awful institution. Now I'm not sure. I've just tried to brainstorm some things off the what's the word? I've just tried to freestyle some things, but I'm sure, yeah, if you got a group of smart people down and sat them down, honestly, you could do it in a day. You could work out a real solid system that stops all this bullshit. It's ridiculous. Proper stupid, truth be known. Proper stupid. Anyway, I mean, like I said, man, I'm not even sure why Chris Eubank made this video, because he ain't even made the weight. You know what I'm saying? I can't lie to you. There was a few Chris Eubank fangirls in the comment section. No, the reason he was 159 was because it's Saturday and... what? Oh, it's Saturday, so it's the rehydration clause. Listen, the rehydration clause was £10 over. Although, actually, no, I think there may have been two, actually. I think there may have been a £157 on Friday, and then the morning of the fight, I don't know, the morning of the fight was plus £10. Or was there three? Was it 157, and then one in Saturday morning, 159 or 160, and then another one, £10 at 12 o'clock? There may have been. But Eddie Hearns didn't mention that. Eddie Hearns said it's 157, it's around 167, and then he can do what he wants. So I'm not sure what this 159 thing was about. I think really, I'm going to be honest with you, I think really Eubank was relying on a lot of naive dons. Why do I say that? Well, 159 implies to me that he is implying he's fighting at 160, which we know wasn't the case. Now, maybe, is it possible that Conor Benn had agreed to a fight at 160 because of this? If you get what I'm saying. Because Eubank kept on, it needs to be right. So it might be the case that they'd actually agreed, if the fight does go on, we'll do 160. That might be why he's coming 159. But really, if Eubank really wanted to make a splash, people weren't, let's not forget people weren't, we know Chris can make 160. Yeah, the whole Chris Eubank wouldn't have been eating chocolates and eating salt pappy things, not salt pappy, that next pappy, steak pappy, whatever his name is. Yeah, listen, Chris Eubank wouldn't have been eating steak pappy's bullshit, salt pappy, or whatever the guy's name is, salt pap, that's it. My man wouldn't have been eating salt pappy's bullshit, yeah, Salt Bay, whatever his goofy half name is. He wouldn't have been eating his steaks for 160. The drama was about him eating steaks for 157. So I don't know what this thing was to spin. I don't know what this video really about, to be honest with you. Because from my point of view, you actually miss weight. Oops. Hate to break it to you on this one. Yeah, hate to break it to you, but based on this video, it shows you couldn't make 157. Call me a lie. Yeah? this video shows you didn't make the weight. So, not being funny, but yeah, this tells me that you would have missed the weight, if you get what I'm saying. Listen, Chris, end of the day, man. If you'd got on them scales and it showed 159, all them videos you made about Salt Bay, about chocolate ice cream, would have been truly peak. So I'm not sure what this video was. I really ain't got a clue what he was trying to get out with this one. Obviously, he's trying to rub it in, saying but that's what I don't get. He's trying to rub it in, I did my part, I'm ready. Well, you didn't do your part, because your part was 157. Again, maybe I'm missing shit here. Maybe I've missed the memo. But to make a video punking Conor Benn, you really did need to actually do what you were supposed to do. Not just come in and weighing on some random weight that no one care about. Yeah? Otherwise, don't bother. Listen, to be quite honest with you, no one was expecting him to... Most people I assumed, on Wednesday night when this came out, or Thursday night when it was official it's off, I assumed he'd have been in the KFC there and then. So, like I said, he could have quite easily gone to KFC on Thursday and all of us, man, would have gone about our lives, gone about our boring weekends without no fights and without no gambling. But since you decided to make a big song and dance about it, okay, no, at least get the weight right, no? Yeah? Grandstand looking ass. My man trying to grandstand and got the numbers wrong. Jesus. Anyway, he also leaked another picture. Now, this shows you really why Eubank Sr. was so twitchy. Yeah? Because this is Chris Eubank at 159.3. And like I said, we know every half pound is an exponential function to lose. And this guy is bone dry. I'm talking bone dry. You can just tell his abs look... What's that? His abs have got that Somali effect. 100%. Chris Eubank right now, he rocking that Somali swag. 100%. Yeah? My doggy Chris Eubank, he got that Kenyan swag and he's bone skinny. 100%. He bone dry. He dried all the way out. So I'm wondering where was he going to find? Them last 2.5 pounds really would have been seriously detrimental to the state of his bonds. Yeah? His barnet would have been proper drained by the looks of things. He's bone dry right here. Completely bone dry. Not even a little piece of moisture. So, listen. End of the day though, Conor Benn's a midget. So, that's why it had to be the way it was. Yeah, let's not forget, we haven't seen Kell Brook, who's a lot more proven and at this point in time a lot better than Conor Benn, in principle at least. Kell Brook went in there with Triple G spot and got his cherry well and truly popped. So that's what 2 weight divisions showed. Now I'm not saying Eubank's no Triple G, but still, 2 weight divisions was just unbelievable. Kell Brook couldn't do nothing. Kell Brook was proper trying to sit down and dig away, and Triple G spot had no respect. Now, yeah, Eubank ain't no Triple G, but it's the same principle. Yeah, when you're that double weight division don, Conor Benn can sit down. Conor Benn can be juiced all he wants. The shots, for the most part, are going to be bouncing off. And that's why Eubank had to be undermined, but with the weight clause. Otherwise, it just wouldn't make much sense. Now, I'm not saying Eubank would stop Benn, but in terms of just being too big and too strong and too outboxy, Eubank would have too much dimensions and would outbox Conor Benn's barnet off. Yeah? Anyway, it's what it is. Conor Benn's fluffed it. Juicy, Lucy looking ass. Let's see how it plays out. No doubt about it. 100% confirmed.